Well, hello everyone. Guess who it is? It's me, Harry. Did you miss me? Sorry, I know I was gone for a bit. I had to have a bunch of medical tests done. I had a few cancers scooped out, had a new artificial colon put in, just like Fidel Castro. I heard it's the same model he got. Now I can shit much more efficiently. Anyways, today we're going to do a commentary track on one of my favorite films of all time, a movie called Society from 1989. So this movie is directed by Brian Yahtzee. Brian Yahtzee did a bunch of really cool H.P. Lovecraft adaptations that I really enjoyed back when I was in my 70s. So maybe we'll have to do those too. But for now, we're going to comment on this film. So this movie is kind of fucked up a little bit. You know, if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. But you'll see what I mean. I don't really want to spoil much, but at the same time, if you've never seen this movie, maybe shut the commentary off and just watch it on your own. I know I say that a lot, but with movies like this, you kind of want to have experienced them without me rambling over them. I'm doing this for people who've already seen this. But if you want to watch it with me for your first time, that's fine too. Allow me to guide you through the popping of your weird Brian Yahtzee movie cherry. It's a very exotic form of virginity we're going to destroy today. So alright, we got this weird, creepy sequence where this guy's like wandering around in a haunted house or something. It kind of feels like a nightmare or a dream or something. Oh my god, what's he gonna do with that knife? Holy shit! Oh, now he's back at his therapist's. Maybe he's scared Brian Yahtzee gonna drop the ball. Don't worry, kids, he doesn't. This movie's fan-fucking-tastic. So this poor kid's got anxiety. I got a nephew who had some kind of anxiety disorder. I heard he killed himself. That's a shame. Don't eat that fruit, it's a metaphor, kid. Oh, he's gonna do it! Oh, too bad. There's a worm in there. Gross. He's like, don't worry, little spirit. You'll be used to being stuck in this shitball reality we call Earth. It's basically just a giant garbage dump full of worms and parasites. I mean, I've known that all my life. My father was a manure salesman. He sold shit. So I kind of grew up around it. I was desensitized to all this crap. So I never had some kind of creepy psychological awakening to it. It was always all around me. But I can understand, I guess, how some people might freak out about that. Some people say, oh my god, we're in hell because there's bacteria and worms and viruses and, matter. In reality, it's just constantly recycled. So it's like we're just making sculptures out of stuff that used to be shit. It all used to be shit. And eventually it goes back to being shit. That's why I prefer, that metaphor instead of that biblical one. Because stuff doesn't turn into dust as often as it turns into shit. I just think that's a more poetic way those religious con artists put it to try to get, thralls for their little vampire cults. Dust to dust. I prefer to say shit to shit. And the reason I bring that up is this whole movie is kind of themed around that. There's a lot of different ways you can interpret the symbolism in this movie. There's the very surface level interpretation, which is capitalism bad, because people get rich and get to the top and then they get lazy and degenerate. That's the same with any system. People who are at the top a long time get lazy and degenerate and incompetent. It's not specific to any human system, it's specific to humans. But that's one way people like to interpret this movie. There's a bunch of creeps at the top of society controlling everything. Oh, that's never been talked about before. I'm sure some caveman didn't complain to another caveman about the alpha caveman being too far up his own ass. No, you know what? Criticism of social hierarchies is something we only invented 70 years ago, guys. It's a revolutionary thing. It's totally new and not totally ancient and endemic to the human experience. Anyway, that's why I hate most critiques of this movie, because they're like, this movie talks about capitalist pigs and their evil corporations. That's not what this movie's really talking about. That's why I want to do a review about this, because I'm sick and tired of seeing out-of-work millennial psychology majors writing shitty articles about it, because they're all idiots and they're wrong. Oh, this chick does have a nice ass. I'm sure none of them wrote that in their articles, but if they had, I'd have to agree with them on that point, at least. Anyways, this guy is living in a mansion. He's got a rich family, and this is his rich, spoiled sister or something. Or it's like the sister of one of his friends. I forget. The plot in this movie doesn't really matter. This movie's plot is kind of just there just to be there. What matters is the symbolism, the visuals, all the weird shit you're about to see. That's why I'm kind of glossing over the plot, because it's not like a noir mystery or something. The plot's very basic. Oh shit, it's a rapist hiding in her closet. Quick! Quick, gas him. Jesus Christ, this guy was creeping on his sister. I'd beat the shit out of the guy. God damn. Don't scuff up the nice mansion stair runner. It cost $20,000. It took Indonesian children 5 years to make that runner, and you're scuffing over it with your ungrateful 1989 tennis shoes. And the parents are creepily calm about things. This guy's like an incel. He's like, 4chan told me I should hide in her closet and then creep on her, and that would make me like her. Jesus Christ, if I was this guy, I would have beat the shit out of him. He throws him out of his house like it's nothing. It's kind of an underreaction, in my opinion. It's like it's fine. An incel just broke into our house, got past whatever security system we had. I hid in the closet of our sister's bathroom and creeped on her while she was naked. It's no big deal. Oh God, rewatching this movie gives you a whole different feeling about it. Alright, go get the fuck out of our house, you little brat, with your shitty mullet. It's gonna go out of style in like 6 months, bro. You better shave it off. Might as well get ahead of the game. God, they both seem so unfazed about what just happened. I guess this was the 80s, and, peeping Toms wouldn't have been taken as seriously as it is now, I guess. Nowadays, they'd call the cops and the guy'd get put in a fucking prison or something. Oh, shit. Something going on with your spinal cord. You gotta build up a fluid there. I gotta get my spine drained every 2 years or so. There's some kind of fluid builds up in there. Well, what is she coming out as a lesbian? What the fuck's a coming out party? Means something different in this context, I guess. So anyways, I want to talk more about what the theme of this movie really is. It's not some kind of anti-capitalist thing. It's about how all human societies share creepy trends. That's why I like it. It's not just about the system that it happens to be taking place in, which is, 1980s America. It touches on deeper themes about human beings and how we do things, how things kind of, happen. And I love this dork. It's like Trump and Biden. The guy tells the jokes, gets the votes, because it's all just a stage show. And Biden's not a good comedian. I mean, he'd be a good, like Three Stooges era comedian, because he's old. I feel like if they played that up more, old person getting hurt slapstick is pretty funny. Well, it used to be anyway. Oh shit, she's basic instincting you, bro. Don't look at her crotch. Oh, you fucking idiot. Don't get distracted by her cunt. Oh god, she's a Latina. Me gusta. This guy's basically Trump. He's got a funny haircut and he stares at pussy and ruins his whole career because he fucks with people. Because he's a pig. But he got back onto his jokes. Good man. Focus on the jokes. I love it. This guy's got this jockey facade. But then at the same time, he's got anxiety problems. He's going to a fucking therapist, but he's acting like he's got it all together. Now he goes back to this creepy guy's office. He's got blatantly evil-looking demonic Oni masks right behind him. And this guy's eating his fruit. I would need a piece of fruit that came within 10 feet of this creepy bald fuck. Or his creepy demon masks. But look, guys, he's got lots of books on his walls. That must mean he's a genius. He's not being facetious. That's the fucked up thing. This guy's an old school therapist. He comes at him hard. He's like a fucking football coach. Don't bullshit me, boy. I mean, your one friend just tried to peep on your sister. I can't really blame your parents for not accepting him. He seems like a fucking creep. Oh, like you're an alien who's come down to Earth as part of some weird government exchange program and you're not integrating like you're supposed to? Paranoia doesn't have normal ranges. That's why they call it paranoia. Is this guy a real therapist or is his degree from like an online university? Oh, he's creepy stare at him during that scene. So many creepy shots in this movie. And it's not just the weird stuff you're gonna see later. It's just the human interactions. Just two characters sitting on a couch and looking at each other can be done well and provide insight into what's going on in the film. With the right director, that is. If it's George Lucas, two characters sitting on a couch will make you want to fucking kill yourself. I had to go to a therapist after seeing those prequel movies. In fact, that was the first time I ever saw a therapist in my life. Those were the movies that finally broke me. Okay, so now he's he's watching his sister, but something isn't right about how she's showering. Kind of looks like her body's twisted around. Yeah, I'm sure she believed you, bro. You just came in to get some lube. I mean, suntan lotion. That's what you came in to get. Okay, so now he's gonna check out his parents' gardener. I hope the guy's well paid. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does he have a slug on chopsticks? It's kind of gross. And the parents act like he's the one acting weirded out by this. I love the fucking creepy reverse psychology type shit. It's like that old Sun Tzu quote or whatever. Accuse your enemies of doing what you're secretly doing. Same thing applies to socialization. If you got something you're secretly guilty of, you just project onto someone else they're doing that thing instead. Makes you feel better about yourself. Well, I guess that doesn't apply because the parents don't feel as creeped out by the slugs as their poor son. They seem impressed by it. They're not growing the food or the plants. They're growing what's eating them. The parasites. Well, and he finds a Ken doll in his truck with a screw in its head. What is that, like your brain is screwed? It's one of those movies where, again, one of the easy surface level interpretations is, the main character's just a schizo or he's nuts. He's just crazy. That's the easy interpretation. And maybe that's true. The movie's a lot more interesting if you look at it a different way. It's actually about slug farming and the importance of slugs to our ecological systems. Slugs serve a primary function. They clean up dead organic matter and they act as food for several different bird and lizard species. Without slugs, our entire ecosystem would fall apart and everyone would starve to death. Okay, guys, that was my PSA about slugs. That's how you're actually supposed to interpret this movie. I'd like to thank the Al Gore Money Foundation for giving me money to say what I just said. I also would like to suggest that they rename themselves from the Al Gore Money Foundation to something a little more subtle. You know. Oh shit, behind them we got two kids playing soldier. I never noticed that. They're storming the beaches of Normandy with their toy guns. Go kill some Nazis, kids. Steal that suntan lotion. Die, aliens, die. Well, maybe these two guys are aliens and the kids are the only ones who can see it. Wouldn't that be a creepy way to interpret that scene? Oh shit. It's the chick who spread her legs, but now she's giving him a masculine face full of cum. She's like, maybe she's hiding a little something under that bikini. Something that could also squirt you like that little bottle of lotion. How exotic. And he gives up on his blonde, cunty girlfriend. He's like, I'd rather get sprayed in the face by whoever this chick is. And chick is in quotes. Speaking of which, you just ran into this person. A beautiful, brave person that I'm not going to talk about. The Wonder Boy. You got some cum on your nose, Wonder Boy. I love how this guy ends up as the captain of the debate team, even though he's a fucking idiot. You know, his anxiety problems are tragic, sure. That's a struggle. But this guy's no debate captain. It should have been that dorky guy. He should have been the one to be in the debate team. This guy's just a fucking rube. Oh, this guy's talking about being on Telegram. That's not going to be a thing until like the 2010s, bro. Oh, wait, he was making a joke about the old telegrams. I remember using those when I was a kid. It was a long time till our family got a real phone, so I sent a lot of telegrams. I used to send prank telegrams, but they're harder to send than doing a prank phone call. You don't get to see the reaction from the person you pranked until like 3 months later. So you gotta be patient. Okay, so now it's creepy 4chan incel pervert peeping Tom guy is like, I've got a special suitcase. I want to show you something. What is a suitcase full of bad dragon products? Oh, member of society, guys. He said the title of the movie. Pop your corks and release the confetti. The title of the movie has been spoken. So this movie, I want to point out, came out like 3 or 4 years before Eyes Wide Shut, which is another movie we got to talk about at some point. But it's got some similar themes if you hadn't already picked up on them. I mean, these days everyone kind of knows about this shit. Back when this movie came out, I feel like it would have been, a bit more shocking to an audience. I guess that's why I like it. Because I was pretty shocked by it back when it came out. Hell, I saw this in theaters. And this fucking creepy guy's like, well, listen, bro. He's like, I bugged your family. I mean, even in the 80s, a guy could probably have faked this, but it would have been really difficult. So they're having a sex orgy, that's the whole thing. How far you can stretch, Jesus Christ. It's making me want to puke. Oh, but they found one of his bugs. And they're not even worried about it. In fact, they seem like they kind of enjoy it. They're like, oh, what a funny little nerd. Looks like he got a bug in here. They're so psychotic and detached from, like, normal people. They're not even angry. They're just fascinated. Oh, look what this little freak was able to do. Isn't that interesting? It's like they're looking at an anthill. And again, these people aren't really, like, seen as prudes. They're not portrayed that way. I mean, the guy looks at the chick's vagina during the debate. He's a normal guy who has normal desires. It's not like he's some kind of anti-sex weirdo. He's just a normal, everyday person. And this shit is just fucking terrifying to him. What the fuck? Do you think this guy used Chat GPT? It doesn't exist yet, bro. Why would he make this up? Unless he gets off to being beaten up by you. Ah, poor guy. Face shoved back into the seaweed. Many such cases. And he breaks into his therapist's house. That's a good way to probably get rejected by the therapist if you do something that crazy. Yeah, but for the purposes of the movie, you know. If he was afraid of you, why would he have broken into your house with a weird tape and entrusted you with that whole scenario? Kinda seems like he might actually trust you, bro. It's like, seriously, bro, just listen to the tape. And he puts it in, it's just Rick Astley. He Rick rolls him. Why wouldn't you stay and listen to the tape with him? That's a big fucking stupid flaw in this movie. Should have stayed. That gives his psychiatrist therapist guy the chance to swap the tapes, which, based on what we've already heard, we know happens. I love it. He tries to tell this chick and she's not even phased. She's like, oh, I don't care about the sex. I care about the social points. Social credit. I get social credit for fucking 20 people. Wow. I'll definitely do that. 'Cause I don't have a soul. I'm just a soulless golem. I just fuck people without attaching any significance to it. I don't have any sense of romance or meaning or a spiritual bond with someone that's communicated through a physical act. Nope, I'm just a soulless shell, so I'll just be a cum bucket for anybody. Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe this chick's poisonous. She should go fuck herself if she's so interested in getting fucked. Better off fucking this Twinkie-looking guy. Maybe he'd be a better pairing. Ooh, someone left the rubber shrunken head in your locker. Oh, he was coming on to you. There's his weird way of saying he was attracted to you, giving you a shrunken head. Should have been more receptive to it, Billy. God, you're such a retard. Why didn't you stay with him and listen to the tape with him to confirm that he wasn't altering it? How do you even know this is the same tape? This guy's just a fucking idiot. Why even bother with any of this? If you're disgusted by your family, just distance yourself from them. Who fuck cares? They want to ruin their own souls if they even have any left. Just let them do it. Who cares? They're not gonna... but the reason for this is that, again, this movie's got this thin veneer where the main character's supposed to just be insane, or we're supposed to think he might be. Problem is, if that was really the case, there'd be some conclusion that actually confirms that. And if I remember correctly, that's not what happens. He's got a big bowl of vegetables on his desk. What is he, a slug? That's gotta be intentional. Brian Yahtzee got some talent as a set design type of guy. Because, you know, if these people, his parents and this guy and a bunch of other people are like slug aliens or parasites, it's kind of funny that this guy's got a bowl of vegetables on his desk. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it seems like all these slugs are doing is fucking each other. Is that really so wrong? You know, what are they committing genocide in closed door backroom meetings? Are they poisoning the food supply? If that were the case, I would kind of understand this guy being freaked out. But if all these people want to do is fuck, I mean, I don't care. Let them fuck each other. Who cares? What harm is it really doing? Yeah, there might be some incest babies born, but there's mutated babies born every minute. Or does another few mutated babies really add to reality or subtract from it? Yeah, but this guy's young, he's idealistic. He's still got a sense of honor intact, which is its own kind of scam. So that's why he's doing what he's doing. I understand that. I just can't help but give my own opinion. That's what a commentary's about, right? It's about spreading your opinion like a nice mayonnaise over the bread that the film has offered you. Oh, his license plate said ear. That's a little blunt. Cause he was planting microphones everywhere. Okay, alright, his ear is given in to tinnitus. Can't hear anything. And then the nice slug, snake, parasite around the staff blue ambulance is carrying away his friend. Bye-bye. Parasite's got him. Oh no, you just ruined your new Jordans. Can't resell those for like an extra $200 over top what you paid for them. Very stupid move. Posting your L's on camera? Hashtag cringe. The real casualty of this film is those shoes. Also, you just put your fingerprints all over it, you moron. Yeah, something might actually be wrong here. Seems like there's a car that's been flipped over. Now, it's interesting he says, get the hell out of there. Like he's warning him. Get out of that house. Get away from those people. Isn't that interesting? But again, could just be this guy's being paranoid. It's always an excuse that's available to anyone trying to interpret this movie, and that's why I always deny it, because it's too easy. If you're trying to solve a movie, right, or any piece of art, you're trying to figure out what the artist was really saying, artists are very intelligent in terms of how to hide messages in things, and in fact hide multiple ones. Most of the ones they put in are usually red herrings. They're messages that their benefactors expected them to put in to accept the piece of art. But then beneath all that, you can often find a genuine, actual expression of opinion. Now, this isn't always true, but in film, it's often much easier to insert these types of real takes or opinions into things through like subtle set design or patterns or whatever, which is why schizo movies like Room 237 exist, because directors actually do implant things in these movies. He's like, guys, my friend just died. Do you care? I know he creeped on you, but oh, now we're giving some context. They used to be in a relationship. Maybe she dumped him, or he dumped her when he figured out she was actually like an alien slug, parasite creature. Maybe he was a bit put off by that. Again, it's never really explained how bad these parasite beings actually are. Like, what are they actually doing? Are they trying to destroy society? Or are they just here to have some fun and fuck around? That's why I'm here, and I don't think I'm an alien slug. I mean, maybe I am. Whatever the case, I'm not here to try to ruin anybody else's fun. Just here to have some of my own. If that's all these beings are here to do, then who the fuck cares? I mean, if they were actively trying to fuck with other people or other things on Earth, I could see, our main character having some kind of reason to oppose them. But it seems like he's just an insecure and immature prude. Doesn't seem like he really has any other reason to oppose what's happening except, to preserve some kind of weird, I don't know, complex he's got. Ah, and there comes the nice brown-skinned, curly, black-haired chick. Well, not brown-skinned, brown-eyed. Now the other chicks are looking at you. They're jealous because you got a girl. Best way to make another girl jealous is to get a different girl attracted to you. Oh, she's going to get another drink. Oh, and then Milo comes back in. He's like, didn't you get my epic shrunken head gay dog whistle in your locker? It means that I wanted to grow your head inside my ass. Maybe that was too convoluted. I guess I should just put a dick in your locker. It was totally uncalled for. He tells him, yeah, I don't blame you. This guy looks like Screech from Saved by the Bell. Oh, shit. Oh, this chick's lured him into some kind of creepy tent. Are these guys hotboxing this place? He's like, you got my telegram message through the dark web? Oh shit, smack the cigarette away. Don't do that to a nicotine addict. It's like, we're all just here for pleasure, nothing else. Oh. Oh shit. I love it. This guy just bluntly tells him. He's like, you wanted the truth? Here it is. What, are you going to react like a violent retard? And he does. Poor bastard. Again, our main character makes a lot of assumptions in this movie. You know, your impulse is probably to try to identify with him. Be like, oh, I'd feel the same. I'd do the same. Would you, though? Or wouldn't you, maybe talk to your sister first? It's probably what I would have done. I would have been like, hey, are you in a sex cult? And she would have been like, yeah, I guess. I would have been like, do you want to be in it? Do you feel okay being part of that? And if my sister said, yeah, it's fun. No one's abusive. It's all consensual. We just do it to cement social ties and make certain deals. It's not violent and I don't feel like I've been abused. And if I heard her say that, then I'd be like, okay. That type of thing's not for me personally, but I guess if you want to make that choice, and it's not actively hurting you, and you weren't abused or coerced, I guess it's fine. I mean, you take a moral stand against something, it's got to be because it's harming someone against their will. If people want to consent to doing something, it's not your place to interfere and try to take the heroin needle out of their arm, so to speak. That's just being a control freak retard. You try to force someone to do something you want them to do, you're gonna be the bad guy in any situation. People want to choose to take a certain path, that's the choice. But again, this guy's not 100 years old like me, so he doesn't understand that's how the world works. He's a young, naive, idealistic type of guy. And this whole situation's pretty fucking traumatic to him, which is understandable. He's like, are you sure not? You're not gonna come in me? I'm strictly a top. I got chronic hemorrhoids, please. I can't deal with any of the bottom stuff, but I'll be a top. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a creepy line. You can always run into the grave. No one will get you there. Oh, those black bed sheets are greasy as fuck. And so's his hair. Jesus Christ, what did he put, like motor oil in his hair? Oh, and we get the epic sex scene. She's got those nice puffy nipples. A little bit of areola's kind of nice. It's natural. Yeah. Finally, this guy's getting some. Maybe he'll be less anxious if he's being regularly fucked. I think guys tend to get anxious or depressed if they're not getting regular sex. Yeah, your brain's designed for it, man. You deny it that, it's pretty hard to replace it with something else. Unless you're a different kind of slug alien. Maybe you're a caterpillar or an earthworm. Who knows? Who knows how many types of aliens there are? Dan Aykroyd says there's 23 different species of parasite aliens. Well, maybe there's 23,000. Who knows? Oh shit. This chick's a contortionist. That should turn you on even more. Imagine the way she could bend. So limber. She could milk you in ways that even the most skilled dairy farmer would blush at. He's like, just now. Like, literally. Oh my God, this poor bastard. Gotta wonder how he ended up here. Maybe he was, sorted wrong by the alien overlords. They're like, he should go to quadrant 1B. And then they fucked up. One of the alien bureaucrats was drunk and they put him in coordinate 18 instead of 1B. And he ended up in this fucking place. And I run around him, like, what the hell's wrong with you? You're supposed to be here, right? And he's like, what? Where am I? What is this? I signed up for a program, but not to be here. What the fuck is this? He's doing his best, I guess. Oh, now the prude chick's pissed off at him. You shouldn't be pissed. You were such a cunt to the guy. It's no wonder he went to another girl. Be a cunt to him, what'd you expect him to do? I'm gonna bend you over one of those elephant tusks and see how far you can get it in you. Oh shit, cover up your juicy breast. It's that thing from the beach. I think it's the Hulk. My God. I didn't realize this was a Marvel Universe movie. Hashtag Marvel. Very progressive to make this movie part of your cinematic universe. Oh, she's barfing up a gift for you. Look. It's a little ball of hair. She's like a cat alien. Oh, she's a toxoplasm worm. That's the source of her consciousness. Okay. I understand, Brian Yahtzee. I understand what you're trying to say with this film. I understand that is now canon, and everyone who watches this film must interpret it that way. She doesn't use her litter box. I don't like that. He's like, I've never known any parasite brain-controlled person like you. Oh God, the fashion in this movie makes me want to puke more than the fucking slugs. Jesus Christ. 1980s were an abomination in fashion. I'm so glad they're over. What the fuck? His license plate says hoops. Oh no, now someone's got like a giant-ass vor fetish little scene that they've made in his car with the blow-up doll eating him? The fuck? Yeah, they've labeled you as the little Ken doll, as if it wasn't fucking obvious. This guy doesn't understand what the fuck's going on. It's like he's being pranked by 3 different groups at once. He doesn't understand any of it. It's like they're speaking to him in a different language, assuming he speaks the same language they do. He just doesn't. He's just a human being. He speaks human. Stop trying to communicate with him in some kind of weird, symbolic, humiliation, sex cult parasite language. He's not gonna get it. Just talk to him like a normal person. Be like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's how reality works. Oh, or did you create a system where just telling people the truth is impossible? If you did that, you can go fuck yourself. I hope the solar flares roast the earth into a ball of carbon. If you worked yourself into that little linguistic cul-de-sac, that's where things are going. Guys, it's like my life. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't appreciate it. You could summarize my whole life just with that one phrase. That's why I love this movie so much. He's being egotistical. They're not doing it to you, it's just how they live. I gotta divert from this guy. He's like, your cum will taste so good to society. Yeah. I calls him a butthead. Yeah, he can move out anytime he fucking wants. He should, as soon as possible. Oh, then we cut to a synagogue. What the fuck? Interesting choice. So I guess his buddy, the peeping Tom electronics nerd pervert guy, was a Jew. He was Jewish. I'm just basing that on the fact his funeral takes place in a synagogue. Yeah, dead people tend to not look alive. This friend of his is dumber than he is. Jesus. Now, rewatching this movie, I gotta say, the main character and his friend look a lot more naive. Their actions seem more naive to me on a second viewing. But I still sympathize with them. Also, whoever the fucking coroner guy was who, did the embalming, really didn't do a good job if the guy's cheek broke. Society like secret society? Oh my god, guys. Never would have made that leap of logic unless this dorky guy had told me about it. It's interesting, there's a nice ancient Greek column right next to this guy's Jeep. Because, the ancient Greeks were fucking perverts. Man, if the societal control mechanism that you're trying to advocate is to just give people sex all the time, instead of some other outlet for their excess energy or their hatred or whatever. Sex is not a perfect container for every form of social outrage. You can't just give people the ability to fuck whatever they want and expect them not to rebel when you're actively grifting them or stealing their energy or resources. They're not just gonna fuck the pain away. It just doesn't work. Neither does violence. You can't have a society that's the other extreme either. And even a combination of the two, some kind of 1984 plus Brave New World 50-50 situation, that doesn't work either. Human brain's more complicated than just violence or sex. It's not as if those are the only two things that drive people. People need a higher purpose, something that transcends their biological impulses. Even the dumbest idiot will find more pleasure in some kind of craft or activity that distracts him from the fact that he has a shitty meat spacesuit that he has to deal with. And again, if you want to talk about this movie's politics, it's criticizing Brave New World. That's kind of critical stream that it's flowing down. It's saying you can't just placate everybody with sex. It doesn't work. Brave New World wouldn't work even with the drugs. People are more complicated than that. They always will be. You try to simplify people, that's a whole other quagmire. A whole other can of worms, you might say. Or can of slugs. Man, all I can think of watching this scene is how hot this guy would be wearing a full suit. He's in the middle of the trees, middle of the night. There's all this fake smoke. I mean real mist. It's a misty night. That's what's happening. This guy should be fucking dehydrated, sweating his ass off. Oh shit, what did you see? Oh my god, a patterned skirt. That pattern is so unfashionable. Makes me want to puke. Oh, and this guy takes it. He's like, don't worry, bro. I'll burn this immediately. It's a crime against fashion. Good man. Good, follow him. The guy who took the dress, he must be a hero. He's trying to save fashion. God, there's so many good shots in this movie. Him running under the bridge with the creepy moonlight. Of course, you gotta have a requisite fence climbing scene to show that he's a rebel. That's cool. It's one of those little tricks that always works. Have your main character climb over a fence. Shows they're acrobatic, athletic, goal-driven, and kinda cool. A little bit rebellious. It's a good little detail. And this chick doesn't care he's dead. She's like, oh, I hope you didn't mess something up. And this guy's oblivious. He doesn't understand everybody around him's a fucking psychopath. Can't see it. Can't see it, or he doesn't want to. No one's reacting the way he is. Nobody seems to have what he calls a soul, and what they would probably call naivety. It's all a matter of perspective. It makes this movie so creepy. Our main character's perspective doesn't seem to be that illogical. Sure, he's a little emotional and he makes some assumptions, but he doesn't seem to be an idiot or some kind of prude. He just seems like a normal person reacting the way a lot of the viewers of this movie would have at the time it was released. And if you pay attention to how everybody else around him is reacting, they seem like desensitized, soulless freaks. And this guy's like, this isn't even the right car. What the fuck? And this guy's like, what, are you just creating this situation because you're bored, because you're rich? And it's like, no, And that to me is sort of the filmmakers talking to the audience and saying, don't interpret this as anti-capitalist. This cop is being dumb by doing that with this scene, with this situation. He's saying you're just a rich kid, being weird, trying to make drama to entertain yourself. And Brian Yahtzee is like, no, this movie's not some anti-capitalist bullshit thing. It's about creepy alien societal rituals and shit. People who don't like them, and what ends up happening to those people. Basically, they end up, dead. There's basically no way out but just telling the truth. If slug aliens want to hang out here and fuck each other, maybe that's okay. Maybe they're not actually that big of a deal. But they gotta at least be honest. You gotta be honest about being here and what they're doing. If normal people are gonna accept having weird aliens, living next to them, just fucking be honest about it. Be like, hey, here's who we are, here's our culture, here's what we need, here's what we do. Yeah, there's gonna be some outrage, sure. But there's gonna be a lot more outrage and unnecessary deaths if everything's kept secret. Because secrets never last, they always get exposed. And when they're exposed, people are way more pissed. If a secret was kept for a really long time, then a lot of people come out of the woodwork and they're really pissed off. And their pissed off vengeance energy's been fermenting for decades. And then it all explodes out and a fucking nuke drops on all of us. It's better to just fucking tell the truth right away. Rip the band-aid off and tell everybody what the fuck's happening. Now, of course, as I say this poor idiot is trying to do this in the entirely wrong way. He has no authority. He can't tell anybody what the truth is or what he thinks it is. Because he's just some guy in a high school. He's not the president. He can't do anything. Well, he's just being a desperate, manic, emotionally damaged freak. Oh, and then his friend comes back. Oh, a little bit of car trouble. The CIA just woke up a clone from one of their vats. Now this guy looks like an idiot. Ha ha. Let's all laugh at the idiot. Oh, this guy's touching his neck where he was cut. Oh, that's pretty creepy. Oh my god. Now this guy finally admits to putting the shrunken head in. And this guy's like, look, I thought you were nuts, but, I did see that guy dead. And he's like, why the fuck did you humiliate me with that plastic sex doll? And he's like, you know what, dude, you're kind of a dick. And he's right. This guy is a dick. Come on. Let Screech or whatever his name is from Saved by the Bell be your friend. He's not that bad of a guy even though he fucked with you a little bit. Alright, so now epic main characters come back to the epic mansion. At this point, guys, I'm just gonna have to bow out for a bit, but I'll be back before you know it. Alright, so we're at, Okay, we're at 1 hour, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're back, everyone. Back to society. Oh, I've been on the fringes so long, it's great to be back. So anyways, our protagonist's family is like, we thought you were going to give away our little creepy game, but you didn't. Good for you. Even the psychiatrist guy is here. He's like, this is creeping me the fuck out, guys. I want to go to bed. And they're like, no. Just have the EMTs just kind of come in behind you and, keep you in line so you don't give away the whole game we're playing. Oh, it's just inject you or something. It's no big deal. Hopefully it's heroin. My God, I remember when I used to do heroin. Can't do it anymore on account of my blood pressure, but man, that shit is great. Alright, so now this guy's basically fucked. And his friend in the car, I guess nobody noticed him. They didn't check if there was another guy in the car. That's a big mistake. Now they're gonna send you back and get your brain scrambled up. Don't worry, it's good for you. You'll thank them later, I'm sure. I tried to scramble my brain several times when I was younger, and I think eventually they just gave up. Or maybe it was the 6 nurses that I killed. I can't remember why. Who knows? Medical industry these days is an enigma. So anyways, his 1980s coiffed hair, sneakers, puffy shirt friend is coming to save him. I feel like this scene is like a trope at this point, especially in 1980s horror movies. There's always a friend comes to the hospital to ask what room his sick friend is in. And the sick friend always has some kind of secret knowledge about the monster, the cult, or whatever. Wonder where that originated. If any of you know where the first example of that scene pops up in cinema history, email me at getalife@plinkett.net. Oh shit, is it his friend? He's got black hair, could be his friend. The nurse is like, my masters have told me to... Oh shit, he's dead. Oh god, this guy's performance is shit. No, I'm saying a line. Good god. This guy should be ejected from quote-unquote society. He's not a good actor. Jesus Christ. Button up your shirts. Even for the 80s, you look like shit. A nice BMW. It's probably the cheapest model you could get. Hope it breaks down. Colorectostomy, high enema. I've been there more than once. The real thing they should be surgically removing is this guy's mullet. Jesus Christ. So our main character, he's remembering all the creepy lines he heard. Are they gonna wake him up out of his stupor? It looks like he's got donut glaze on his face. The fuck? Were the male nurses coming on him as a joke? Oh, it's supposed to be sweat. Okay. Oh shit, dude. Those curtains are expensive, They cost a whole $5 from China. But of course, the medical industry in the States charges $5,000 for them. When you're a patient, if you want curtains, it's an extra $5,000. I know, 'cause I've paid it. It's not cheap. God, these baggy 80s clothing. Fucking, again, it's like more egregious than any other choice in this movie. Couldn't you make these people look a little less stupid? I guess they couldn't. And this guy just walks right out, and his friend's like, what the fuck? They told me you were dead. He's like, no, they put me in a new clone body. I'm fine. And they're like, oh, this guy's cooked. What the fuck? They scrambled his brain. And it turns out maybe he's just playing. Maybe he's just acting like he's accepted their bullshit. Whoa, then we do a crazy cut to like 20 minutes later. Holy shit. It's a hell of a cut. Whoa, they're having a slap fight. I hope she's into that, bro. If not, I don't know. She's like, stay in this reality. Don't leave. She's like, I'm desensitized. I've got rid myself of desire. You don't tempt me anymore. He's like, alright, if you want to party, if you want to have some kind of creepy, hedonistic, eyes wide shut kind of thing, alright, let's do it. Yeah, some of the cuts in this part of the movie don't make sense. They're too fast and we don't get enough explanation of what the fuck's happening. I mean, maybe our main character's brain is starting to degrade. That's what the film's trying to show. If that's the case, it's not doing a very good job. Just seems like they cut out a bunch of scenes to save a few minutes in the theatrical cut. That's probably what they did. Okay, and then Shrek is in the back of his car. And he's like, alright, Shrek, just don't play the Smash Mouth song because YouTube copyright robots will destroy us. Shut the fuck up about that and you can stay in the back seat. Alright, so Mullet Man has finally made his way back to his parents' white trash McMansion. He takes a moment, holds the door handle. He's like, alright, here we go. It's the final part of the movie. Let's get to the epic Brian Yahtzee climax. Oh, even the lights don't work. That's so fucking stupid. Haunted house cliche bullshit. Just cut this scene and re-add the other scenes you obviously cut where he was running around in the Jeep. That seemed way more contrived and too quick. You saved a few seconds with the light switch scene. I don't drink tap water. You just realized the big conspiracy behind everything and you're chugging tap water? What a retard. Jesus Christ. I would have had him grab a bottle of vodka or something instead. Probably serve you better in your epic quest. Guess now he's got a kitchen knife and he's navigating through the haunted house. Maybe he'll meet Scooby-Doo on the way to meet whatever the fuck kind of creepy cult's waiting for him upstairs in the bedroom. At least the house has nice solid wooden doors. A lot of people cheap out on the doors when they build a house. It might be a shitty ugly McMansion, but at least they got nice doors. That's the one compliment I can give to the architect of this house. Oh shit, the Rolls Royce is showing up. You know the big wigs are on their way. What are you gonna do? Use that knife to shave your mullet off? I gotta stop complaining about that. It's a lot of light coming in those windows even though it's nighttime. Guys, I think I found a mistake in the film. Oh shit, now the lights come on. They expected you, you dumbass. They even got a little cattle neck thing for you. If you're gonna behave like a goyim golem, you're gonna be corralled like one. You got no choice. You're either cattle or you're a slaughterer. Welcome to hell. Those are your two choices. Everybody claps like it's a big film show. What a nightmare. Lucky for me, most of my family was dead when I was this guy's age, so I didn't have to deal with this kind of society crap. That's the advantage of pushing everyone away in your life, is you don't have to deal with this kind of bullshit. Creepy fake smiles and applause, cattle neck things applied to you, being forced into a creepy sex cult, and all that other kind of shit. Miss me with that, as the kids say these days. I'm happy just sitting in my house watching my old movies. And of course, they're all a bunch of psychopaths who are just entertained by young people who try to rebel. They're so confident in their own power, they don't even give a shit about what they're doing. Someone tries to rebel, it's like amusing to them. So you know they can just have the guy killed or convert him. It doesn't matter. This guy's gonna explain it. No business like show business. Are you implying reality is some kind of carnival show comedy for higher beings? Like a divine comedy? Oh, that couldn't be it. And they're like, you're just somebody we grabbed to make fun of. This is the line everybody fixates on. You're a different class. I'd be more focused on, the different species aspect, because being a different species is a lot more, different than being a different class of the same species. Just because he says that doesn't mean that's the point of the film. It's almost like the writers of the film included that because it would give them political points when they were creating and releasing the film. Because they probably knew that, Hollywood is left-leaning, and if they implied it was anti-capitalist, they'd probably get better at funding and distribution. So, you can safely ignore that. Focus on the different species line. That is a lot more important to the context of the story, because this guy genuinely does seem like he's a different kind of thing. Maybe he's an alien and everyone else isn't, or vice versa. He's as different as this Shrek 2 character is from the guy driving the car that just pulled up. Ooh, there's a nice sports car there, cherry red. And who's gonna get out? She's got a blue dress. Roses are red, violets are blue. And this guy's on a fucking cattle neck thing. Oh shit, that doesn't rhyme, does it? I'm no poet. Gotta go with somebody else for that. I gotta say, when it comes to creepy rich people orgies, I prefer this movie's conception of it to Eyes Wide Shut, where they're just wearing masks and fucking. This movie kind of goes a little further than that. Kind of one-ups Kubrick, because this came out before Eyes Wide Shut. Did Kubrick rip off Society? Hashtag Kubrick ripoff. What a scandal. No, for real though, this scene's a hell of a lot more disturbing. And the dad's like, if I can turn my creepy son into some kind of show pony, at least I'm contributing something. At least I'm giving you something. Even though it's morally abhorrent and I've totally lost my soul. At least I gave you something. Here he is. It's my son. Jesus Christ, this whole fucking mansion should be nuked. Oh my god, then they got another cattle prod thing. Who the fuck is this? I'll lead that lamb back on the path. I'm sure that's a good thing. Okay, John Waters' Frankenstein Shrek transvestite chick is sort of just grabbing this guy. Yeah. And then they're favoring the daughter because she, did what they told her to. Because she's an impressionable woman who does what she's told. Guys tend to rebel a little more. It's one of the big differences between men and women. I don't mean to be sexist, but it's true. Sometimes men rebel when they shouldn't, and sometimes women conform when they shouldn't. They just have different inclinations and strengths. Well, maybe this chick should have, done what she did. Maybe it was the best choice. Maybe it wasn't. We don't know. Oh, a double header. That's what I used to call it when I'd get two hookers at once. Usually the first one pukes when they try to go down on me because, I don't wash my dick enough. So then I'd have to get the second one to finish the job. So most encounters like that for me are double headers anyway. Well, I got a vase filled with fucking weird dead branches. What a creepy set piece. It's like they're worshipping death. Dead plants? It's kind of gross. Yeah, but I'm not an interior decorator. Another thing this movie kind of reminds me of is like hazing rituals. It's like if you haze somebody in like, a freshman university kind of sense, you make them humiliate themselves a little bit. Just imagine what kind of hazing would go on a lot higher up. Yeah, this movie kind of takes that to a creepy extreme. Watch, now they're smearing some kind of lube on everybody. Oh wow, okay, that's next level lube. Holy shit. Oh my god. Where can I get this kind of lube? This is allowing them to do things you can't do with normal lube. Oh my god. Poor David. He's getting sucked on a level I'm sure he didn't expect. Oh god. He's like, you're not getting a taste for these goyim, are you? She's like, this is pretty fucked up, bro. These are fake people. Why the fuck do you have to do this crazy ritual? Why can't you just kill them quickly? Oh my god. Look at his tongue. That's the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Don't worry. There'll be another more fucked up thing in about 5 seconds. So meanwhile, Fiona and Shrek are going through the jungle and they meet this incompetent cop who's like, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" This scene's too comedic. I guess it breaks some of the creepy tension from the last scene, but the cop just seems like a complete idiot. Also, he just grabs his uniform. Oh. You go, Shrek. Oh, Jesus, he's wearing a toupee? How embarrassing. What a crazy madcap cartoon comedy scene inserted into this extremely horrifying body horror film. That's not totally out of character or tone at all. It's like a George Lucas cut from like gore to comedy. It just kind of doesn't work. Case in point, we're back to this scene. Now it's time to get fucked by the old man. That cigar is so wet you'd think it wouldn't even be lit. Somehow he's keeping it going. That's a true cigar smoking master. Oh god, they're gonna eat him or something. Jesus Christ. What, did he eat his freckle or his mole? What did he do to him? Oh god, they're gonna turn him into a bottom. Oh Jesus, he just fisted him. Oh my god. Oh. Guys, I'm gonna say it. This movie's a little bit fucked up. I know I implied that earlier. But there's some scenes in this that, Oh shit. His girlfriend's trying to save him. It's like, get out of here. You're not the same species as these aliens. There's a lot of different aliens on Earth. You have to find your own people. Well, they're trying to stop him, though. Poor Billy, trapped behind the bars of the McMansion banister. Oh god, he's got the neck thing. This guy's dressed like the Joker. What the fuck? Is he auditioning for a Joaquin Phoenix film? No, this is all an Illuminati checkerboard game. Don't you want to play? He's like, fuck no, I don't. Go fuck yourself. Your game's about to end, and I don't want to end with it. Oh my god, his face is the same as his hand. I don't even know what that means. Oh shit, buddy, you wandered into the wrong room. You don't want to see what's going on. It's like walking in on your parents having sex when you're a kid. It's just awkward. You don't want to do it. No, don't keep being in the room. I would just get out of there. Oh no. Okay, that puppet sucks ass. That looks really fake. Oh my god. The hands on the floor is good. Keep cutting to that. That looks realistic. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? So his dad's turned into a living anus. I mean, a lot of people have dads like that. It's kind of fair. It's a fair comparison. Oh my god, it's Pizza the Hut. They've turned this guy into a Papa John's pizza. Is that what they're into? Oh no, wait, this is like the thing. Okay, they're pouring wine down a hole. I guess that used to be his mouth. So basically, this is hell. I mean, can you imagine a worse hell than this? I can't. I've been there. I'm only up here 'cause Madman lets me come back. Hell's not this bad. Fucked up thing is you fuckers in purgatory can imagine a worse hell than actual hell. And Satan knows that. He takes inspiration from that type of shit. This is like a Botticelli painting or something. God damn. Oh shit, they got his girlfriend. Again, they talk about a slave revolt. As if slaves were not a thing in pre-capitalist systems. The only reason I bring that up is this movie's relentlessly characterized as some kind of anti-capitalist thing. Now, I'm not a pro-capitalist. I think this movie's got more going on. And when you characterize it as only one thing, you miss all the nuance of its other interpretations. Sorry if you can hear me coughing, guys. I got the COVID Omega variant again. Don't worry, I'll defeat it. I already had it once. Okay, so this creepy, like, the thing birthing pool vomits up the same dude again. Oh my god, listen to his bones crack. It's like me getting out of bed in the morning. Doesn't really disturb me. What disturbs me is that his stogie is still intact. Wouldn't that be disgusting and unlit? Oh, he picked up the other guy's freckle. Looks like the cloning vat's got a bit of a flaw to it there, buddy. That's one of the best uses of a cliche line ever. The "I'm getting too old for this" line. There's never been a more bizarre, insane point to use that line in to make it seem new again. Good job to the filmmakers. Gotta give them props for that. Julius Caesar and Genghis Khan. It's a hell of a combo. Chad the Chad versus this Chud guy who doesn't like creepy, gooey, alien, orgy, mutated sex. I don't know, guys. I gotta sympathize with the Chud at this point. I'm not a big fan of whatever the fuck these old people are into. I don't mind a few hookers now and then. This is just a little too much for me, but again, I'm an old-fashioned guy. Can't believe he's still got that cigar going. It's the most impressive thing about this whole movie. It's hard to keep a cigar lit even in the best conditions. This guy does it through a goop orgy? I give him props. Also, this guy's got alien goop strength. What makes you think you can kill him like man to man? Gotta go for his throat, bro. Rip his trachea out. Fight dirty. This ain't the time to be honorable. This guy's clearly some kind of freakish alien or something. Oh shit, did the forehead smash. Oh, his friend disguised as the cop is trying to call to him. Oh no. Oh god, he's gonna rape him with his hand. God, this part of this movie is so bleak. Everything every character's tried to do has failed. Really sets the stakes high. But then Shrek shows up and smothers him. She's like, this is my swamp. Get the fuck out. Maybe don't invite him to beat you even more. He's like, this Illuminati creepy alien game is over. Now I will punch you. Oh god, he kisses him? No homo. Oh god, bend his Stretch Armstrong hand up into his crotch. Oh god, his fish mouth is vibrating. I don't know what that means. Holy shit. The fister has become the fisted. Oh god, the brine using her head. You can rip it right apart because it's made of goop. Oh Jesus Christ, he turned him inside out. Hey, mamma mia, that's a spicy pizza. It's got the banana peppers and extra parmesan. Oh, and it's also full of worms. These are undead, alien, creepy demon freaks controlled by worms. As if that wasn't obvious enough. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck the dad. Punch him in the fucking face. Hell yeah, brother. Beat the shit out of him. Damn, that's satisfying. Don't you wish you could all punch your dad in the face just once? That'd be great. Okay, so the three non-parasite infected pure human beings finally get away from the demon orgy. And they get in their epic 80s Jeep. Gonna go film a Zoolander scene now. They're gonna get orange mocha frappuccinos. That's what I'd do after successfully escaping a creepy demonic worm alien sex cult. Jesus Christ, what a mess. I love that ending line. He's like, well, there's an opening in Washington, 'cause this worm bag didn't quite make it. Anyway, ladies and germs, that's it. That's the end of the movie Society. A movie a lot of people need to see, but most won't. But if you're a fan of this channel, all two of you, I'm glad you saw it, especially if you didn't see it before. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna bow out. Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well in your life. And don't worry, the wicked always get their punishment. I'm evidence of that. So, just chill out and do the best you can. That said, Plinkett out.